Das auch vor. Yeah, well, when I say good evening and welcome to another match here, it's the Women's Premier League, the DFA Women's Premier League. The Kalinago Warriors, they'll be taking on the Goodwill Runners in the DFA Women's Premier League. Of course, the two teams just lining up. And just to give you a brief idea as to the starting 11, and that is for the Goodwill Runners: Kasika Samuel, Naomi Defoe, Brianna Briggs, Kenya John, Rosilla Regis, Alian George, Tasha Gist, Wendella August, Nicole Hector, Charlene Smith, and Adija Esprit. The starting 11 for the Goodwill Runners. As I say, good evening to Ronnie Gustav.
Yeah, blessed evening to you and our listeners on Stream Genius. Just want you to sit back and watch a wonderful game this evening. As my co-host said, Goodwill Runners, Kalinago Warriors. So we're going to have an entertaining game this evening by both teams.
Of course, entertaining is what we expect to have this evening. So Goodwill Runners will be in the full yellow strip, while the Kalinago Warriors with the black and purple tops, with the black shorts and purple hose, purple socks rather. So Goodwill Runners full yellow kit again, and the Kalinago Warriors. Both teams right now in a huddle.
And as we can see that Goodwill Runners have quite a bit of national players, youth and experience, going to come for them this evening.
Yes, that's a good observation. Of course, with the likes of Rosilla Regis, who will be featuring in the defense. Of course, Kasika Samuel, who is also a former national player. And Brianna Briggs is a young player who, of course, you know, Ronnie one would have to watch out for this evening. But also on the Kalinago Warriors, you would have Star Humphreys and China Tulot. Both represented the island already on the national team.
Yeah, there are two players that presently national players at this point in time. But as you said about Briggs, the Kalinago Warriors have to be very cautious this evening. They're knowing that the pace Briggs has and that coordination she has with Hector, young Hector, that could be a very long night for the Kalinago Warriors.
Well, the game already on the way, a bit of physicality from both teams. Kalinago Warriors kicking to the prison area, the Dominica State Prison area, and Goodwill Runners kicking to the south, or we'd rather say to the city end.
Not forget we have also the likes of Ali and George, also a national player. So we can see there's quite a bit of players national, both on the junior level and the senior level on the Goodwill Runners.
China Tulot trying to beat Ali and George on the far end. Bit of a midfield play. Looking to find Brianna Briggs. Very early, but a loose touch and the ball back with Briggs. She finds some support. Ball. Should go good defending, of course, a goal kick. So good defending already, but of course you can already see the intent from the Goodwill Runners, trying to find Briggs, Brianna Briggs.
Yeah, we know the pace that Briggs has. and for sure that's the player. That'll be their go-to player this evening.
Another loose pass, and you hear shouts of shoot, and it's a goal from Brianna Briggs early. Shot from distance.
Yes, it was a beautiful shot by Briggs, about 25 yards out, and getting that up, the up left corner there, just keeping on, able to get that ball and putting that ball as Storm FC is filling the old end back. And it's Goodwill Runners been up 1-0 so far. So it looks like from the press that the Goodwill Runners have been doing that the Kalinago Warriors is a very young team. It looks like they'll have a long night this evening.
Yeah, well, you could see the press, and of course you heard the shouts of shooting or shoot from her teammates, Brianna Briggs. So that shows you the amount of trust that they have in Brianna Briggs. And she shot that ball very well into the top corner. The keeper had no chance. Briggs already making a statement. Here's Rosilla Regis on the ball. Wonderful looking pass, intercepted. And as mentioned earlier, Ronnie, the mix of experience and youth on the Goodwill Runners team. This is a good mix. Rosilia Regis. There's a pass there. Kasika Samuel on the top of the box. Back to Samuel, going for the shot. Tries to beat her way. But some good defending. Not a loose touch. Rosilia Regis. Ball back with the Warriors. Heavy touch. Wendella Ogis takes control. Seems like it might be, according to you, Ron, it might be a long night for the Kalinago Warriors, because they would really need to try their best to settle into the game. But here's Brianna Briggs going away. A bit of good defending.
Yes, good covering there by the Kalinago Warriors. Yeah, and you can see Briggs is playing to her strength, and that's a very important thing. Players knowing their strength and using their strength within the game. And you know, Briggs is a runner, and whenever she gets that ball, it's going to be very hard to get her off the ball. But we still can't count out the likes of the Kalinago Warriors having the experience of Tuloka and Star Humphreys there.
You definitely need somebody to at least get the ball to Star Humphreys and get the ball to China Tulot. For the moment, both players putting in a defensive shift. Here's Rosie with the long-range effort, but straight into her player. That ball will race away for a throwing to the Kalinago Warriors.
Yes, the likes of Regis, a veteran. I've played for Dominica for many years, and she's like a player coach, I would say, on the pitch, giving instructions to the younger players, mentoring them.
Let's go, Rich. Go to the ball, Rich.
Goal kick signal by the referee. Makion.
Talk to them, watch their line.
Loose pass straight to Star Humphreys. Star finding China Tulok. The ball comes in for a cross, but we'll find no one and we'll go out for a throw-in.
Yes, you see the likes of Star and Tulok trying to link up there in the offense, but not able to bring that ball into for a player. Not being on the same wavelength of receiving that pass. So it's a throw for the Goodwill Runners, and I have to say the Goodwill Runners have done very well because right now you can see they have quite a bit of young players that they are rebuilding, and a lot of the young players, they are players that are the under 15, the under 17s, like of young Hector being on the big stage and representing Dominica.
Drop back in defense, pressure the ball.
Goodwill Runners again able to find or able to get the loose balls from the Kalinago Warriors. Star Humphreys. She has to try her best to make something or make things work now for the Kalinago Warriors with the amount of experience that she's had. Lovely pass there for Wendella Ogis. Ball finds Star Humphreys. Star looking to ping that ball to China. So Rosalie Regis. Rosie just trying to doctor the game a little bit with some composure. Here Star Humphreys beats a second player, but needs to find some help. Poor pass from Star Humphreys. And that one will go out for a throw-in.
Yeah, you can see Star is really trying her best to solve her way through the Goodwill Runners midfield, but knowing that the Goodwill Runners know her very well, they are closing her down very, very early, not allowing her to get that ball to Tulok. And you can see the Warriors are missing quite a bit of players because the likes of the Laura sisters, they are missing this evening, and that is two national players that are unable to make it this evening for whatever reason we may not know, but having them there would be a big asset to the Warriors.
That's a lovely pass there to China. Goes and beats a man. Looking for some support. The ball will go out for a corner kick. Well, the Kalinago Warriors, they've basically came with 11 players running.
Yes.
Nothing on the bench, no help from the bench. So in your mind, Ronnie, as a coach, if you have a team and you know you come and that's what you have. I mean, you have to play with what you have. But definitely you may be wondering or you'll be hoping that no one gets injured.
Yes, you have to have that mindset because having if anybody get an injury there, that means you're going to be one man down. You know, it's unfortunate that they do not have it because we know that that's a team that usually have more than 18 players on, more than 9 or 8 players on the bench.
That's a lovely cross, lovely corner kick, but dealt with them nicely. Here's Brianna Briggs looking for support.
Drop back, come on, let me go.
Just about 13 minutes gone in the first half so far. So the scores 1-0 in favor of the Goodwill Runners. Brianna Briggs with the early strike from distance, about 25 yards out.
I got you, I said.
And was able to put her team in front. So Wendell Gist finding it a little bit difficult to beat her opposing player.
Start watching back over there. She coming to you. Richard, that's Casey, get the ball, go to the goal.
Rachel Semper. And a bad piece of defending here. Brianna Briggs for the double. And it's a brace for Brianna Briggs already. Poor defending from the Kalinago Warriors. Well, Brianna Briggs is having an easy night thus far.
Yes, and as I said earlier, Briggs is one of the players that have to be looking at this evening, and the player that the go-to player for the Goodwill Runners. And definitely when she got those opportunities, that she'll definitely punish you.
Pounced on the loose ball, Brianna Briggs, and made the Warriors pay. Star Humphreys looking to go on a solo run. Star from distance, that will trouble nobody from that distance.
Look at the ball. Pressure the ball.
So Ali and George looking to find still Ali and George. Still George with the ball, looking for the cross. The goalkeeper holds on to this one. Well, she's opted for the throw, but straight to the Kalinago Warriors. Just a bit of poor control. Star Humphreys was able to get onto it. China to Humphreys. Humphreys with the cross and goes out for a corner kick. But the players took this one real hard.
Yes, sacrificed her body from getting that ball in to the Russian strikers of the Kalinago Warriors. And you could see the coordination between Star and Tulloch. But I feel, seeing that the Warriors don't have their full contingency there this evening, the players I know that usually start for them, I do think the caliber of Humphreys and Tulloch, that Tulloch should be more in the center and not be on the wing.
Yeah, as your more central striker, your number 9.
Yeah, because she's very fast and she strikes the ball very well. So she should be in the center trying to get that ball. Star trying to get that ball overhead to her than having her on the wing with the shorter players being in the center of the pitch. Well, we have an injury there. Referee Marani is looking to stop the game and looking at the player on the ground.
Yes, it.
At least I hope, Ernie, at least the coach could maybe have heard a little bit of what you said and make some tactical changes as the corner kick comes in straight onto China Tulok, but unable to get head onto the ball. Here she goes, finds Rachel Semper going for the shot. China going for the shot again. Shot and a goal, and this time it should be another corner kick.
Yeah, I'm seeing that they were getting 2 shots going towards the goal, but good defending there by the Goodwill Runners, playing it out, but not as far as they expected to.
China on corner kick duties. Straight onto a Warriors player. Some good hustling. And a poor pass from China Tulok. Finds Alian George. George being pressured there. Finds Briggs. Briggs with the cross. Naomi Defoe looking to win that back, and she does. Again, trying to find Brianna Briggs. Star Humphreys.
Nice.
Finds China. China with the pace, looking to go across goal.
There's a nice play there by, again, Humphreys finding Tulok in space, trying to hit that ball one time. But good defending there by the Goodwill Runners. But as you were saying earlier, Tulok got a clear chance just a while ago, where on her head where she could just put that ball within the post, and for some reason it looked like she actually ducked the ball. Not many players like to head.
I bet maybe miscalculated or in 2 minds.
Yeah.
As you would say. Should I head it or should I not?
But she was clear, she was all alone. Nice evening. Very cool this evening, and nice weather to play.
So far, the Warriors have been putting up a bit of some pressure, but you can see the runners, Goodwill Runners, they break quickly on the counter. If Brianna Briggs on one side, you have Alian George and Naomi Defoe as well. So far, we've seen a little bit of somewhat a difference in the play of the Kalinago Warriors. A little bit of more urgency, if you'd say. But that's a lovely pass there from Rosilla Regis. Alian George cuts in on the right hand side, a shot, and it's goal number 3. Just as I was giving the Warriors some praise.
Yes, but it was a good skill there by Alian George, swerving away, moving to the left and cutting in to the right, and just putting that ball to the close post of the keeper, and having no chance of saving that ball. And the Goodwill Runners is up 3-0 at this point in time.
So it's 3-0 in favor of Goodwill Runners. They're running away with this match already, and we're still in the first half. Alian George getting on the score sheet. Some good work. And Star Humphreys looking to go on her own. Looking for support in the in the box. Finds China Tulip. China switches back onto the right foot, gets Star Humphreys involved again. Star looking for the cross and it will go out for a corner kick. So this is pretty much all it has been so far for the Warriors. They've really come, they came close. The ball really passing near the head of China Tulip, not really wanting to make contact. But they've applied some pressure. They've gotten some corner kicks, but they really need to try to convert. Again, another corner kick. This one comes way out. Some pressure there added on Briggs. Well done by Brianna Briggs. Finds, I'm about to say she found Rosilla Regis with a poor pass.
Nice cross there from Star Humphreys, not able to reach to lock. And Goodwill Runners in charge again. Nice ball down to Briggs. Nice overlap there from Wendella. Wendella not getting her foot in properly and just kicking the ball out of touch.
I felt Brianna Briggs took a little too long to at least get the support that was there. Because when Della came, she made the overlap. I felt at least, Brianna Briggs, she should have made the pass a little bit earlier.
Yes, most definitely.
A little bit earlier. Maybe then, we would have maybe put another player in play on the far end. Kasika goes past the defender. It's not good.
Come on, move.
There's George again and goes down. It's a heavy challenge and yellow card comes out.
A very nice move there by Ali and George, trying to swivel away into the defense of the Kalinago Warriors, and player coming a bit aggressive and bringing her down just outside the 18-yard box. And you can see at the range, a bit good range for the veteran Rosie. Whether she'll cross or she'll go directly towards goal is a matter of just waiting to. We know she has the ability to take it from that distance, bring it in, and it's a goal. Again, just as I was saying, the veteran just bringing that ball in there, and you could see the two strikers of the Goodwill Runners that's making that cross run there and deceiving the keeper, and the ball just getting into the old onion bag. So I know it's going to be a very long night for the Kalinago Warriors on the pitch and the way back home.
It's definitely going to be a long ride back for sure. With Rosilla Regis now getting on the score sheet, 4-0. You could see the intent from Rosie. I don't think she meant to go for goal. She went for the cross. The attackers tried to attack, but unable to get a head onto it. I think maybe that deceived the goalkeeper just slightly.
Yes, the cross run. Just as the ball was coming in the 6-yard box, making the run across the keeper there. She thought the player was going to touch it, and the ball just ended up being in the goal. Nevertheless, it's a goal.
It is a goal, and it's 4 goals to the good for the Kalinago Warriors. That's the Goodwill Runners. Warriors with Star Humphreys on the far end. Ball back with Goodwill Runners. Number 17 there, Mikel Hector ran into trouble, but here's Briggs for the hat-trick. Brianna Briggs, but a wonderful stop by the goalkeeper, the Kalinago Warriors goalkeeper there.
Yes, definitely a good rush out there from the keeper, preventing Briggs from getting her third goal.
Destiny Williams, goalkeeper for Kalinago Warriors. Of course, she'll be proud of herself after that running because conceding 4 already.
Come on, Rex, let's go.
Yes, yeah. Wendella.
Yeah, that's a big save by her there.
Mikel Hector. And this one should be switches onto the left foot. She's all on goal. And it's goal number 5.
Again, it was a very nice run by Neo Media. Getting a 1v1 against the Kalinago centre back, but I still find she took quite a bit of time before hitting that ball at goal and still end up pursuing to get that goal. Pure determination, and it's 5-0.
5-0.
5-0.
Just about half hour gone. And 5-0 is the score.
Yes, you work it hard.
Warriors. Some support coming, but Wendella Defoe, that's Wendella Gist rather. Oh, nice switch. Mikel Hector really working hard in the midfield.
Nice interception there.
Let's
That's when the August tried to set Briggs on the way. Briggs with a bit of pressure, ball back with the Kalinago Warriors.
Let's go. Go ahead. Let's go. Go, go, go.
Yes, Hector. A wonderful pass finds George. And a wonderful save there by the goalkeeper. Well, that should build some confidence.
Yes, in spite of the scores, the goalkeeper is really holding her team still into the game. A nice decision making of rushing out has been well calculated this evening. Making 2 great saves there.
Wendella looks to be in some discomfort. Wendella August there looks to be in some real discomfort. Goodwill Runners currently playing if 10. Star Humphreys. good bit of defending there. Right. Esprit. And that one there will be offside.
And you can see in spite of this score, the keeper is well focused in the game. Just seeing that ball down the line there, she's out of her comfort zone.
Go to the last defender. Go to the last defender. Wait up.
11.
Come to right there. Come right there. Yeah, stay up. Everybody move up.
That's Richard.
Get ready for the shilling call. You're going to put the ball through. Pressure the ball. Let's go. Pressure the ball.
Good attempt, good run by Ali and George, but just slightly too advanced.
Yes, not timing the run, but it was a nice pass there by Rosie Regis, breaking the lines of the Kalinago Warriors, but just a bit too advanced, getting herself in an outside position.
Come, let's go. Open the space. Move up, Shilling, move up.
But in spite of the score running, you could see that the Goodwill Runners, they are not really easing up their foot on the pedals.
It looks like they want to make a statement this evening for the rest of the games to come, to let the other teams know that yeah.
Rosie the strike. Oh, wonderful defending. That's a goal line stop. That's brilliant work.
Yes, nice defending there. The player never stopped running back, although it was keeper got beaten to the near post from a long shot from Rosie Regis. But the defender, the unrushing striker coming and trying to put the ball in, and the defenders come and take it out from the goal line.
That had some pace on it.
Yes.
Richard, come there. Come, get move. Let's get moving. Get up there. Come on. Yes, that's it.
When Dela Oge still doesn't look so comfortable, still hobbling just a bit.
Nice defending by the Warriors. And it's a corner. Go through.
Yes, Hector tried to find Rosie. But that's a wonderful pass there by China Tulok. But the player won't have the legs to make this one.
Yes, a nice pass there by Tulok, but just a bit too heavy for the player.
Come on, move up. Tyra, move up, come on, make the effort.
You can't come in.
Pressure the ball, Rich, that's your ball. Okay, that's yours. Come on, man.
Wonderful, finds Brianna Briggs again. Tries to go past the defender, but wonderful defending. Finds Semper. Semper finds China Tulok. Poor touch from China.
Go to the ball.
Tasha Gist using all of her experience, but the keeper out of a box. You can see the Warriors still fighting.
Yes. And I think the name Warriors alone letting you know that they are not going to give up easily.
In spite of the score.
In spite of the scores.
Still fighting, and not long again to go, you know, in this first half. Just 38 minutes gone. Briggs wanted that ball played one time from Kasika Samuel. Yes, Naomi. And turning into the player there, Naomi.
Yes, I think that by not glancing, turning into traffic, where she could just play that ball easily down the line for Alian.
Briggs certainly was in an offside position there. Kasika Samuel going for the long range shot, and the keeper does well this time. Sheena. There's Rachel Semper, heavy touch. Hector does well.
Let's go. Come there.
So Ali and George. Star Humphreys goes past the defender. Star goes past another. Can she find some support? No. Meets the young challenger on the top of the box. Finds China. And the defender not giving China any chance whatsoever. And well composed there, Rosilia Regis. Warriors back again, not giving up. It's not 14. Just
Good run. Well done. Like you hustle.
You have a player down on the far end of the.
It looks like it's Humphreys down on the far right side.
So the player down, that is Star Humphreys. Not sure of the extent of the injuries thus far. But as we can tell you, it is 5 goals to nil. 5-0 is the score. Goodwill Runners making a statement in the first half. But on the other hand, we could tell you that the Warriors, they are not lying down for that run over. We would have to say run over scoreline so far. They're not lying down. They're still fighting back.
Yeah, they're still trying to still keep their composure by knocking their ball to one another and looking for at least to see if they get the salvage at least a goal this evening there.
You know, sometimes you can make your opponent, a little bit shaky by just nudging a goal, getting something on the score sheet.
Yeah, but the likes of Humphreys and Tulip, whenever they do have the ball, you see they are being double teamed. They're not giving them any chances because there's 2 players which can strike the ball very well. And the Goodwill Runners have been a very good job on them at this point in time.
Well, they're making sure that no shots are being taken on their goalkeeper, the Goodwill Runners. You can see there's experience in Rosilla Regis, Tasha Geist, Kasika Samuel. Hey, what happening? Experience all around on the Goodwill Runners team. Star Humphreys coming off, she's hobbling, and it will be a big blow if she cannot continue.
Yes, and looks like she was a hamstring. So most probably that's very serious and very crucial for them at this point in time. Having playing against a team like Goodwill Runners, to be playing like 10 men.
How do they? And that's a wonderful pass from China so far. But how do you go on as Star Humphreys is down, because you know that link up between Star and China, it has been good, but not fruitful tonight. But the link up has been wonderful.
Yes, as I was saying, is these two players are two national players, and they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And as I was saying, you're having two players of this caliber, they usually playing more central, so because the shortest route towards goal is in the center. And then knowing the speed that to look at, she should be playing more central and playing on the wing.
Still receiving some treatment just down below us, and it should be not long again to go in the first half. And that kick straight to the Kalinago Warriors player, Rachel Semper, but good defending there. Kasika Samuel taking no prisoners.
Yes, Kasika is saying this evening we are taking no prison, in spite that we might be close to the prison. That she's not letting anything pass this evening.
Jump into Richard.
Yeah, Star Humphreys back on the field. Ball played to Rachel Semper. Kasika Samuel.
Let it go.
Plays it for Hector. Ball with the Kalinago Warriors. There's China. Well, Star playing in the defensive role thus far.
Young Tulok girls trying to take a shot from distance.
Defense. Richard, move it up.
But I have to say, in spite of as this cause, you could still see the Kalinago Warriors are passing the ball precisely to the feet of their players, and that says a lot. And it's a very young team, so in growing into the game, I think going forward that this team will be very much be a team, a force to be reckoned with. Per se, because their passes are very much precise, and I think they're stringing their passes very well.
Yeah, one of the things that they would need to work on is the first touch control. But as we come to the end of the first half, Warriors, they'll be happy for the whistle at the first half. It's 5-0. The Goodwill Runners, 5-0. Brianna Briggs with 2. Rosilla Regis also on the score sheet. Allian George and Naomi Defoe on the score sheet as well. So 5-0, and we'll see you back in about 15 minutes. Well, we're back for the resumption of the second half. So far, the Goodwill Runners, they're the happier of the two teams. Goodwill Runners in the full yellow kit. 5-0 is the scoreline as we're about to begin the second half. How will the Kalinago Warriors approach that second half? Lots of work to do in that second half there. As I said earlier, 5-0, that is the scoreline. But they've been brave, the Warriors. They've not bowed their head or basically in local terms, lie down for the defeats. They've been trying, they've been pressuring, but the scoreline is against them.
Yeah, well, you can see, as you said, the Warriors, they living by their namesake. And you can see they have been fighting for every ball on the pitch, in spite of the scores. Let's see what the strategy the coach will come with in the second half to see not to concede as much as the first half.
Yes.
And maybe just playing more compact, especially in the middle of the pitch and in defense.
I bet that most likely maybe was the team talk. Let's just see if we could just ride out the rest of the half without maybe conceding more, like you mentioned, not another 5 in the second half.
Yes.
But they'll have to wait and see, at least to see what happens in the second half. As a ball with Rosalie Regis, who has been very composed. There's Kasika Samuel trying to find Ali and George. Of course, the bit of rain that we had just a little bit earlier, just before the second half began. That ball is going to move real quickly now.
Yes, you can just see the ball that's pitching on the turf.
Casey, be open, Casey. That's yours, Pascal. That's yours, Pascal. Casey, that's yours.
Rosie finds Briggs. Samuel
Pressure the ball.
trying to find Briggs, but the ball will still be a Goodwill Runners throw. Is Humphreys. Kasika Samuel from distance, straight into the welcoming arms of the goalkeeper. This China, bit of poor control.
Nice pass. But I have to say the keeper so far, a very good prospect for the future, a young player. I think William, and if she continues the way that she is on the path she is, I think good things ahead for her.
Yeah, despite the scoreline, she's been good. She has, kept her team, from conceding a little bit more than they have already. Made quite a few saves in the first half. Knows when to rush out, knows when to hold. And even with the wet pitch, you could see that, she's trying her best to judge the bounce, because that ball is going to move real quickly, and that's a wonderful pass. Releases the young Kalinago Warrior, and a heavy touch there in the end.
Yes, that was a brilliant pass by Humphreys, breaking the lines there of Goodwill Runners, and what the player just first touch letting off. letting her down and just hitting that ball directly in the hands of the keeper. But had it a player of a tool at getting that pass, they definitely would know that should be a goal.
Certainly we can see a slight change as to how, the Warriors ended the first half. China Tulok has now, been placed more on the central position rather than being on the flanks. So China Tulok in the number 9 position.
Yes, and as you were saying from the beginning again, that's where she should have been from the beginning again. Look to see if she could get some pass from Humphreys. Knowing Humphreys, the caliber of player she is, she would definitely find her through the gaps just as she had given that pass.
And Humphreys herself has moved into a central midfield area, because I don't think that she has the legs tonight to really run, basically the amount of distance that she would want to run, because earlier on we saw that she nursed an injury, the hamstring.
Yeah, it looks like she's nursing an injury.
So not much movement. Basically wants that ball, want to get the ball and try her best to feed China Tulok in that central position. And if they can get that connection like they had when the two were on the flanks, then Ronnie, I know for sure they'll be in some business tonight.
Yes, most definitely. And you could see into the second half that the Kalinago have transformed playing, keeping the Goodwill Runners at bay so far.
You can see again, that is what they are looking to do, to find China Tulok. But of course, Ronnie, right now with that wet surface, it is going to prove a little bit more difficult, especially with the overhead passes.
Yeah, most definitely. When that ball hits the pitch, the turf, it's just going to be pitching. So instead of a kick, it's a modest look. She have to look to give it as a lob, like this. Yes. As they say, try and try again, you will succeed. And
Naomi Defoe for the Warriors. Defoe striding forward.
Nice cover there. So you can see the Warriors came out differently in the second half, keeping the Goodwill Runners at bay, not able to get the clear chances to get in the first half.
And that is what they really have to try to do, because they've made a change at the top. So right now is basically trying to keep the Warriors, from adding to the tally. The ball bouncing over Kasika Samuel, trying her best to get it under control and going for the strike. Really off balance there, Kasika Samuel.
And Kasika is one that a good striker of the ball as well.
Yes.
You can see from time Humphreys has the ball. You say that 2 or 3 players is closing her down very early. Nice.
Some good pressure from the Warriors. It's Hector trying to go for the diagonal pass there to Ali and George. Humphreys looking for China. I think now Humphreys might need to change his strategy at which she's trying to find the striker. Here's Ali and George cutting inside. Goes past the other, and of course it's a foul there given by the referee.
But a very good foul by the Kalinago, because had she not brought Alien down, that'd be a clear chance going towards the goal. But yeah, you have to say the Warriors are doing pretty well. They are covering one another in defense, not giving the likes of Alien and Bridge the opportunity or the free chances they had in the first half to just run towards the goal.
Yeah. Kasika Samuel standing over that ball. There's no wall, but everyone has gone to guard the goal, and Kasika most likely lobbing at one for a header.
Yeah, but a player like Kasika,
Come towards me.
that would be her range towards goal. I was expecting her to drive that ball towards goal.
Yeah, and considering the fact that you do not have a wall in front of you, that is an opportunity to basically go at goal. Corner kick coming in.
Cross there.
Nice cross.
Very nice cross there. Just unable to get a touch to the ball. On an Ali and George.
Come out to there. Casey, come on. Go out to the referee. Go out to the referee.
And some playing from the defense, the Warriors. Ball with Star Humphreys. Runs into trouble. Ali and George all alone, and it should be on a goal, and it is. It is a goal. Just wait for the referee's signal. I believe at one point he signaled for the center pitch. But I'm not certain what is going on right now. But that was some good work by Ali and George.
Yes, but I was looking for the linesman to run to the center, but he stayed where he was to indicate that it is a goal. But referee Maroney has signaled it's a goal, and it's just unfortunate that the keeper saving that ball and just losing focus there for a second, and that ball just passing through her legs while trying to stop it.
It just trickles away. I won't blame the goalkeeper so much. Wet conditions, slippery gloves, slippery ball. And Ali and George adding another to her name.
Well, and actually today is her birthday, so she's actually got 2 gifts there so far.
And happy birthday to Ali and George. And she, like you said, she has given herself 2 gifts. Again, Star trying to find China. There's Rosie.
But I still find a team as Goodwill playing against Kalinago with 11 players from the beginning of the game. I feel they should be stringing the passes much faster. They're playing at the pace of the Kalinago team. The speed of play I find from the Goodwill team is a bit too relaxed.
Oh, a nutmeg there from Star Humphreys. George turning. Ball back in the defense.
Push out. Come on, everybody move up.
Nice one-time pass from Rosalia Regis. Finds Hector in the center. Trying to turn. Finds Alian George, who is on a hat trick, going for goal. Side netting. Yeah, 2 players on a hat trick there for the Goodwill Runners. Brianna Briggs getting a first half brace. And that should be a gift. And what a save! Naomi Defoe, Kasika Samuel going past the post.
Yes, blood nobody keeper there. He was hitting that ball directly in the foot of Naomi Defoe, and keeper rushing out to save, making that a great save there again from the keeper.
Well, Warriors now creating their own problems. It's Hector with the shot. China Tulok missed out on that loose pass. The pass for actually no one is Star Humphreys looking to find China again. The ball with Alian George. Wonderful turn. She finds Hector in the middle. Again, good work by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I have to say the keeper read the games very well.
Chino with you.
China.
It's just like too much work for China there, trying to swerve away through the defense of the Goodwill Runners. But you could see she's still determined to go forward, and the closing down by the Goodwill Runners defenders not giving her too much chance because they know what she is capable of doing.
Going for the short pass. But the ball back with China Tulok with a wonderful strike.
Yes, that's a wonderful strike there by China. I'm not sure if the keeper would have seen that, but that's hitting the body of one of the defenders and going out for a corner kick for the Warriors.
Yeah, Ronnie, that could have gone anywhere because that took a wicked deflection.
Yeah, and it had some venom in it going towards goal.
And I know certainly had it deflected on goal, don't think the goalkeeper would have been able to react so quickly to maybe get down and put a hand.
Yes.
But a wonderful strike from China Tulok. Of course, one would say you would love to see more of that from her.
Yes, getting the spaces.
And another opportunity there. The young striker trying her best. Ball will go out for a throw.
Yeah, there was a clear opportunity there to just put the ball back into the goal, but decision making, as you can see, is a very young player.
Push the ball.
Rosie, wonderful pass. Ball going out for a throw. Some action down below us there. Some changes coming in. But there's the ball for China. China against Adeja. Well, Adeja Esprit winning that battle there. It's a young midfielder.
Give it to Casey here. Casey, go. Come on, Pascal.
I think, you know, decision making, like you say, Ronnie, might be, you know, one of the issues for the Warriors.
Coach, you want it? Guys, come on, let's go. What? Oscar, send the last player. Oscar, send the last player. He's telling you that he is good.
So Ali and George making way, Kasika Samuel making way. Six.
The likes of Kasika, Ali and Naomi coming out, and Francis, one of the subs coming in. And to bring fresh legs against the likes of the Kalinago Warriors that have no players to make any sub. That is very detrimental to them this evening.
And in a case like that, whether you're tired, you know you have to give it your all.
Yes.
So the only thing that maybe might be possible for doing is making some tactical changes in terms of, if you see, you know, one of your players a little bit tired, just switch things around on the pitch. But there's no substitutions for the Kalinago Warriors. But they still continue to fight on.
Yes, you have that fighting spirit and never die mentality. Still stringing their passes, I say, I very much admire the way they look for one another play and knocking that ball one to another. And it looks like China maybe gonna look to take a long shot.
China putting this one straight on goal, straight on to the goalkeeper. Not bad idea. But the Warriors, or the Goodwill Runners, looks to come again.
Pressure. Back on it. Come on, kick it far. Let's go.
Kenya John. Pass there for Hector. Hector runs into trouble.
Last player, Pascal. Go to the last player.
Here comes Rachel Semper. Battling it out there with Tasha Gist. Tasha using all of her experience wins aside a goal kick.
But I have to say, I very much admire the fighting spirit of the Kalinago Warriors. They fight for each ball. They get back in transition, in defense, very quickly.
Star from distance.
Let's go!
Some poor communication there. The keeper coming out, but some good defensive work in the end.
Yeah, there was a slight of miscommunication between the centre back and the keeper, rushing out and missing, but the follow through of the defender keeping her composure and still getting that nice pass.
Wonderful pass. China through on goal. And goes and takes the shot, but really expecting the goalkeeper to make that save.
Yeah, but I feel China could have at least go in a bit, at least 2 steps more to get the exact power she was looking for to hit that ball.
Lovely pass. Lovely pass. And the keeper comes out and does well.
The keeper making a nice save there on the Russian striker.
When you go, you have to run straight, you have to come around. Watch that. Before you knock straight, you have to come around and cover.
And you can see like Humphreys in some agony there right now with that hamstring she must have pulled early in the game. Just trying to fight it out, preventing the team from playing with one player less.
Wonderful there by Star Humphreys. And Star Humphreys with the shot. A wonderful save by the goalkeeper.
Nice skill by Star Humphreys there going through the center of the Goodwill Runners defense and taking that nice left booter there. And the keeper making a great save. That's the first save for the evening.
All round good football. Star Humphreys doing well. You could see a switch between she and China. China falling back slightly, and Star Humphreys occupying the central position, the number 9 position there, and immediately almost getting some success down the line.
Yes, and it was a nice skill by her there, making way for us and being creative in the finishing third.
Too hard there.
So the a player must have on the far right side. And you have to be very careful being on the turf because playing on the turf you have to be very technical because you cannot plant and turn. You have to leaf and turn. On the grass you can just turn easily because artificial turf and place on the boots you have, it could be very detrimental to your knees as well. So it looks like a player just must have gotten a knock, or she was all alone and got in a knock on the far right side. But I have to say, the Warriors have kept the Goodwill Runners so far had been just scoring 1 goal in the second half.
And they nearly pulled one back just moments ago for Star Humphreys. Wonderful closing down. China Tulok finds the support with her young sister. They've been able to string a few passes together, the Warriors. And again.
Yeah. And the legs of Ali had not been present, and you still have Breeds, who is there, but Breeds have been very quiet for the second half. I've not gotten much opportunities to make a trademark runs down the line.
Pass there. And the keeper coming out, and a poor clearance by the goalkeeper. Poor error. And the striker unable to make real contact with the ball. She gets a second bite at the cherry. Will she make it work this time? No, she doesn't.
But she had a clear opportunity to hit the ball with her left foot and choose to cut back in. I don't know, well, maybe the left is only to jump on Carnival Monday. But had she just used the left to just hit that ball towards goal, the keeper was out of goal, it definitely would have been a goal.
Some players really don't trust their left foot. I tend to wonder why sometimes.
Yeah, but you can't be playing the game and not want to use. You only want to use your strong foot. You have 2 legs, and you should be able to be comfortable by kicking with both. But as you usually say, some players their left or their right, their left foot or their right foot is for Carnival Monday to jump.
Another opportunity for the Goodwill Runners.
And he's trying to swivel away in again.
Jesse, run! Open, open!
It's a wonderful pass. Great try.
Nice gap pass there for Breeds, but not able to bring the ball back into play. But I have to say, I very much admire the Kalinago ladies. Even if they are down 6-0, they continue to build up their game from the back.
Yeah.
And very confident in doing that as well.
Although a few occasions it has nearly costed them, but they managed to escape. As we see, Brianna
Yes.
Briggs making her way out of the game. I think Brianna Briggs has done well for the evening.
Yeah, her shift is done for the evening per se.
And we have 2 players down. I'm not sure what is happening on the other side, but 2 players down, or a player is down in some discomfort. So
but in spite of the scores, for those who are just joining us, the scores is Goodwill Runners 6 and Kalinago Warriors 0-0. And in spite of the scores, I have to say the Warriors have, in the second half, have turned the game around. The likes of Hector and Regis in the center of the pitch, not dominant like how it was in the first half.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the Warriors, they've really come out a better unit in the second half. The changes at the front, like you say, Ronnie, if it had been done early in the first half, maybe there would have been, a slightly different outcome so far. China being more of a central, playing more of like a striking role rather than starting the game on the flanks.
Yes.
Because during the start of the game, she's a bit more pacey. She could outrun the defenders that we saw this evening, but that is not the case. They really made the change in the second half. Chino Tulok started there as the central striker in the start of the second half, and you could see immediately there was a bit of a difference. Just 1 goal added to the second half so far, 6-0. So the Warriors, they've done very well in the second half. Just need to compose themselves a little bit more, string a few more passes. Star Humphreys forced a wonderful save. And here she goes again. Bit free, and that's a wonderful pass, but the striker flat-footed, but still chasing down.
Yeah, as you say, it's a very young team, the Kalinago Warriors, and you see they lack the experience.
Kenya John just doing well. Star looking to string a pass to Chino. There's a young challenger on the ball. Looks to go past Tasha Gist.
Open Kato! Next one, go!
Ball now with Star Humphreys looking for some support. And she does get it, but the player will be flagged offside. Just moving a little too early.
Very good. Yeah.
Star Humphreys going for little long range effort. Kenya John with the poor touch. Young Skezia challenger. Challenger back on the ball. Here's China Tulok.
Yo, hey! We put one back too much! Nice push up!
And you can hear it from the coach there, Joel Hamilton. That tells you that the Warriors are causing a bit of a problem for the Goodwill Runners.
Yes, most definitely, because by watching the game, I'm analyzing. You think is the Warriors at 6 up because the full team of the Goodwill Runners are back, just defending.
China going for the long range. It's on target, but straight on to the goalkeeper. And that straight from the goalkeeper, but wonderful thinking there by the Warriors keeper, Williams.
And the Warriors are covering very well in defense.
China still. Yes. What a wonderful run. Stop there. Very good defending.
Start move. Start it.
Stolen away again. Good defending there by Tasha Geist.
You have to see the Kalinago Warriors are defending very tight, covering one another in defense very well.
At times, I also feel like at times, Star Humphreys has been left, alone sometimes. When she gets the ball, she has to wait and look. No support sometimes.
The support, and even when the players come close, when she's looking for that return pass, not able to get it back. Obviously, the Kalinago Warriors is the exception of Star Humphreys and Tulok is you could see from the body, the structure. You would see this. The structures of the players. Some of them looks like they are 15 and under.
Wonderful defending. Finds Star Humphreys and Star turns and trying to find China. And Hector has been playing a wonderful role in the middle of the field. Oh. Full pass there by Rosie. So again, you can see the double team, you know, from the Warriors. They keep defending really good. Kenya stolen there by China, and China on the run, trying to find Star Humphries. Star to work against Tasha, and Tasha doing well.
Yeah, that nice lean of the body on Star there. Had it not, she not leaning her body on Star there, it would be a clear.
Ronnie, who would your player of the match be for tonight? As we had a brace from Brianna Briggs, we had a brace from Ali and George. Hector was brilliant in the middle of the pack for the Goodwill Runners.
I would definitely give it to Briggs, seeing that she scored the 2 opening goals and for the Goodwill Runners, and giving, I think, Naomi one for the center.
Yes.
So
Brianna Briggs.
For Briggs.
Briggs with 2 goals and an assist. Late opportunity, a wonderful save again
by the keeper.
And Williams, if the game was, you know, at a different scoreline there, Ronnie, she would have been definitely a contender tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. And the absence of the Laura's not being there this evening, you could see it has put a dent in the likes of the Kalinago ladies. Those are 2 essential players for the Kalinago ladies, and they've been absent.
Chance for a shot, and it's goal there, scored. Kenya John gets on the score sheet.
Yes.
Goal number 7, coming late in stoppage time. Kenya John going with the lob over the goalkeeper, over Williams.
Yeah, Williams not able to make a touch of that ball there. Not being direct on a goal line. And
well, 7-0, and it's the perfect score. And there's a final whistle. The Goodwill Runners running away with this game. 7-0 winners over the Kalinago Warriors. Of course, the Warriors will be happy running for that final whistle. But they've done well in the second half, just, you know, only allowing just 2 goals in the second half.
yes, I think they gave their all, and they should be proud of the way they played, just playing with 11 players. And seeing that the Goodwill Runners had made 5 subs in the second half, they should be proud. And they really play to their strength. They fight for one another, but unfortunately, they were not able to at least get off the score sheet. But it's a very young team going forward, that and the future looks bright for them.